Hey, all right, going live. So, how y'all doing? What's going on with y'all's lives today? Thought I would hop on the live stream. I don't know what I'm gonna talk about though, really. I saw a few things that came out of Gamescom. I don't know if anybody wants to talk about Gamescom, talk about video games. But I saw a new Saints Row trailer. Looks like there's a new Marvel game coming out from the creators of XCOM. I don't really know much about XCOM though, so I'm not sure if I'm interested in that or not. Looks like Doctor Strange was in the game. I saw Blade, like some kind of magically possessed Wolverine. Um, Appreciate the like, whoever liked the stream too. That was fast. Um, I don't know. Looks like Wolverine was in it. Ghost Rider was in it. So it was really cool. They brought Robbie Reyes into a video game. I think this is the first time they've mentioned Robbie Reyes in a video game. I want to say it was Marvel Midnight Suns was the name of the game. Looked pretty interesting. Um, the trailer looked cool, but I don't. Is anybody else tired of video game trailers? Does anybody else not like video game trailers? Kind of over video game trailers. I really don't see a point in making a video game trailer because I know the final game will not look like this trailer, and I won't be able to do any of the moves that I see in the video game trailer. So why show me a trailer of stuff I can't do, or a game with better graphical content than the graphics of the final product? So I don't know. I feel like all video game trailers are false advertising. I would rather just see gameplay, but I don't know. Maybe it's just me. That's a weird nitpick I guess I have about video games. I just think the trailers should just be gameplay, and either you like the game or you don't. Um, oh, hey, Orange Canar, you got on here quick. Hey, what's going on? How you doing? Only game that can do trailers right is Halo up to Halo 3. Uh, yeah, I like the Halo I liked was the one, was that right after Halo 3? What was that game called? I really liked the graphics on it. It was different than the typical Halo. Uh, was it RDST? What was that game called? Where did ODST? Yeah, Halo ODST. Okay, I looked it up. ODST. Now that was a good game. I liked Halo ODST. That's the one Halo that I actually enjoyed. Um, Man, I got 3 little thumbs up on this video quick. I appreciate y'all liking the video so fast. Um, Yeah, Orange the only game that can do trailers right. Halo up to Halo 3. Yeah, definitely. I like all the Halo trailers. Mark West, yeah, that's worse when they show all the cool stuff in trailers. Yeah, exactly. They show you a bunch of cool stuff and you can't do any of it. It's just cutscenes. I feel like Marvel Ultimate Alliance really hurt my feelings with that. The very first Marvel Ultimate Alliance on PlayStation 2, the Xbox 360 version looked a little bit more like the cutscenes, but to go from the cool pre-rendered Wolverine flipping, they jump on the helicarrier and they're like stabbing stuff. Spider-Man is like all over the place, swinging around, knocking over robots, and it's just so crazy. You bounce between them and Captain America. It's just a lot more interactive and wild than what you do in the game, because the game is top down, so you don't even really get to see the way the characters look, and you're just kind of looking at them go through a little maze world. And anyway, whatever, it is what it is. Past is the past. I'm over it. Um, uh, yeah, there are more, but I know what you mean. Yeah, Halo Reach. Yeah, ODST, exactly. How could you forget? I forgot. I had to look it up just now. I had to go find which one, what it was called. But yeah, I loved ODST. I love the character designs on ODST. I love the art style. I like all the aesthetics of ODST. I think that's the best Halo game. Do people like Halo anymore? Is that even something people care about anymore? Halo kind of had its moment, and I feel like they pushed back the release of the new Halo so many times, so often, that people kind of forgot about it and moved on. Stuff like Fortnite came out, Minecraft came out and kind of stole Halo's thunder back in the day too. Um, I think Halo had a moment, and then over time they built themselves up to a super high level, and then they just kind of eroded it back down. And then Bungie went on and made Destiny 2. And it seems like Destiny wasn't really super well received like Halo was received. Halo seems like it was universally loved. Destiny was kind of like for those people that were really diehards. And it seemed like the play style shifted and people's interest kind of diverted. Everybody's attention was super focused. Everybody was kind of in a Halo world. Like if you had a video game console, you had an Xbox, you had Halo. And then when it moved to Destiny, I feel like the market fragmented and people weren't all in the first person world anymore, or all in that kind of first person. It seems like Call of Duty kind of stole in between Halo's growth and Destiny's creation. Call of Duty jumped out and just kind of stole all of their thunder as a first person shooter. And then everybody like first person shooters moved to Call of Duty. Like everybody has Call of Duty if you have an Xbox. But then Destiny came out and it was just kind of like, I don't know. Fantasy is kind of whatever. So doing like the sci-fi fantasy, I think kind of turned some people off and they just stuck with Call of Duty. And Call of Duty kind of took those diehard Halo players away. And now people that play online shooters typically go to Call of Duty, and Halo is kind of their second choice. And Destiny, I don't know if Destiny ever really caught on as broadly as they wanted to catch on. I like Halo. All right, they kept us waiting for Halo 3. Yeah, exactly. And yeah, I don't know what PC always used to short end of the stick. I don't know why PC always used to short end of the stick, because every console is just a PC that's closed and you can't modify it. That's the only thing. It's just a PC that's a closed system with proprietary operating system in it. Any console is just a PC that's been modded. So I don't really understand why it's always such a hassle for PC games to come out. Like I think the Death Stranding PC version came out like a year or months later after the console Death Stranding. But why, I have no clue. And you render your games at a much higher graphical fidelity on PCs anyway, because you can specifically mod the graphics card, so people can get much better play out of a well modded, well built gaming PC. So I don't know why there's always kind of a sluggish approach to gaming PC, or to putting games out on PC. I'm not sure what that's about. Boo boo. Really disappointed Halo 2 ended with a cliffhanger for a game you had to buy a console. Yeah, that's a good point too. Why would Halo 2 end with a cliffhanger and then you turn around and have to get a console to see what comes next? That does feel a little scammy. I'm trying to think of another time that happened. I feel like that happened in between PlayStation 2 and PlayStation 3 with a game too. What game was that? I feel like maybe, I don't know if it was one of the Jack and Daxter games. Shucks, or Uncharted. I'm trying to think. I feel like there was either a game between PlayStation 2 and PlayStation 3, or PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 4. And I cannot remember. But yes, I understand. It does feel like a lot of times they guilt you in, like, no, we're gonna cut it off here, and then to get more, you gotta get the next console. So sometimes I do feel like they do that. And I feel like that's getting worse more recently because of microtransactions and DLC and all that. Stories tend to just be half made. And then they kind of try to sprinkle in some microtransactions and DLC to fill out the rest of the content. Boo, yes, it's timeless in my opinion. Halo Infinite is the new one, and it was pushed back so they could fix stuff. Yes. All right, Orange Canard. That's the other. Okay, I know y'all were talking to me about video games yesterday, but that's why I'm not really super big on video games. I feel like video games consistently overpromise things to me and underdeliver. I could be wrong, but every time I get excited about a game, I don't quite get that game. Even like No Man's Sky, I feel like was going to be this super crazy world, and the creatures spontaneously create themselves and evolve on each planet, and everybody's playthrough is different, and blah blah blah. And you get it, it's like, wow. Even things that I really enjoy, like Hideo Kojima stuff, like the Metal Gear Solid 3s of the world, I feel like Metal Gear Solid 3 was supposed to be this big epic thing, and it was still just a Metal Gear Solid 2, but in a different environment. They added some new gameplay mechanics and like level of cover and matching your camouflage to your surroundings and blah blah blah, survival and eating food and fatigue and blah blah blah. But I don't know, video games, like when the new God of War got announced for PlayStation 4, for instance, I was skeptical. I didn't even think the game was going to come out because I still remember E3 when they announced Killzone for PlayStation 3, and it was like, ooh. A matter of fact, I'm going to go find that trailer right now. I'm going to find the Killzone trailer for PlayStation 3 from E3, and it was just supposed to be so life changing. The graphics for PlayStation 3 were supposed to be so amazing. So, yeah, you know what? We're about to find that right now. Where is it? Yeah, look at this. Here we go. Right now. Oh wait. And they know they were wrong. They knew this wasn't happening at this level in no 2005. They need to really stop. But yeah, this trailer, I just posted this Killzone trailer from PlayStation 3 when it was still new. I don't even think PlayStation 3 had come out in 2005. I think it came out the year after that. So they came out with this E3 and came out with this super like, oh, this is gonna be the graphics on PlayStation 3. It's so good. Wow, it's so they still don't have graphics that even touch this now. And it's been 15 years since they made that pre-rendered nonsense. They got everybody hyped up about what PlayStation 3 is gonna do and the computing power for PlayStation 3 and blah 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 blah. It never did any of that. The best game I ever played was a Scooby Doo game on the PS2. Oh, which one? I never really got into the Scooby Doo game. I'm trying to think of what I played on PlayStation 2. I played Ty the Tasmanian Tiger on GameCube. I like that a lot. I like Beautiful Joe. I like Beautiful Joe on PlayStation 2 and on GameCube. I liked all the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle games. I feel like I played one of those, maybe like the TMNT movie one. I think I played on PlayStation 2, and then I played the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 1, 2, and 3 on GameCube that were based off the TV show that came on Fox Kids. So yeah, I'm with you on that. There was some good Lego game. I think I played Lego Star Wars on PlayStation 2, and that was one that I really got down with a lot. That I enjoyed way more than I thought I would because they showed General Grievous and they showed Darth Maul and they let you play with more characters and they would. But in Metal Gear Solid 3 suffered from the same thing. All other Metal Gear Solid games do when they're more like interactive movies. Oh, Mark, interactive movies. You don't like the Hideo Kojima style of game design? You hurt in my heart. I like Hideo Kojima a decent amount. I mean, I understand your point. I think that was pretty consistently the main issue that critics have with his games is just the fact that they're interactive cutscenes and you never really get your story in the gameplay as you go through the world. You play it, then he stops you, gives you some story. You play, you play, you play. He stops you, gives you some more exposition. I feel like the gameplay wise, the best game Hideo Kojima's ever put together was Metal Gear Solid 5. I know story wise, I guess Metal Gear Solid 5 got people in a tizzy because it was like it's weird or abbreviated or confusing and stuff. But I don't care. I don't really play games for story. So I mean I do, but it doesn't hurt my feelings if the story doesn't make sense because I'd rather the game would just be fun. So Metal Gear Solid 5 was fun to me. I think I would love to see them go back and make Metal Gear Solid 1, 2, and 3 with the Metal Gear Solid 5 playstyle where you can experiment and, use different types of weapons, use boxes, set traps, and really create like your own playstyle to get through each level in Metal Gear Solid 1, 2, and 3. That would be my dream because I really enjoyed Metal Gear Solid 5 just goofing off and getting kind of lost in the open world sandbox and messing with guards or setting up the little inflatables or putting a little parachute on people's backs and parachuting them up and taking them to the base. So I think Metal Gear Solid 5 was the most fun Hideo Kojima game just to play. Story wise, I think I love the way Metal Gear Solid 3 began. I love the beginning of Metal Gear Solid 3. I like Metal Gear Solid Twin Snakes a lot. I don't know. I like all the Metal Gear Solid stories, really. I don't even know if I have. I like three. I like four. The ending of Metal Gear Solid 4 was amazing. I love the way Metal Gear Solid 4 ended. Um, yeah, they had all these survival and espionage mechanics, but there's still only 2 hours of actual gameplay. That's really cold. I think it was more than 2 hours of actual gameplay, Mark. That's cold. Um, but it wasn't a lot though. It wasn't, the most gameplay in the history of video games, that's for sure. Um, I think I think trying to remember how Metal Gear Solid 3 goes. You fight the boss, he breaks your bones, you get thrown off the bridge, you wash up, you patch up. Uh, when you meet Eve at some point, um, the fear is there. Then I think the fury, but then no, it's the end. Then is it the fear? Then the end, then the fury. But then there's Homeboy with the bees. Pain. Anyway, I can't remember, but I like the villains from Metal Gear Solid 3. I thought they were all pretty distinct and pretty iconic, different, distinct visually. One is an astronaut, one is a long-tongued man, one is Ocelot. They're all pretty cool. Visually, I like the character designs from Metal Gear Solid 3. Volgin, of course, was cool with the bullets and the knuckle. Thought that was cool. And he had the scar that lit up with lightning and stuff. That was cool. Kojima made good stories, but he really just made good movies with occasional gameplay. Yeah, I'm kind of curious to see. I believe he said in the past that he wants to create a movie. I don't know if he would make a good movie though. I I don't know because I feel like his pacing would be off if he were to make a movie. So I'm not sure if Hideo Kojima would be the best when it comes to movies, but I don't know. I don't know. I'm open. I could be wrong, but it definitely seems like um, he could use a little bit of help pacing wise. But hmm, that's just me. I guess I'm getting kind of picky though. Um, Anytime I want to play one of the games, I just sit there and I'll cutscene. Yeah, anytime you want to play a Hideo Kojima game, you definitely have to tolerate some cutscenes. But in his defense, the cutscenes are cool. Like in Metal Gear Solid 4, when Raiden fights Vamp, that was pretty interesting. They fought for quite a while, but it was a cool fight. And there was ninja swords, and they picked that up. Raiden fights while you um complete your mission towards the end of the game. So there was some cool stuff going on there too. Um, the Fury was pretty cool. Nothing quite as badass as Mad Power Man Astronaut. Yeah, exactly. I think Hideo Kojima. Yes, he makes interactive movies, but his interactive movies are unique. You can't really say that Hideo Kojima is just generic or Hideo Kojima is bland. So that's one thing I do appreciate about him. If you see his style, if you see his game, you know it's him. You know he's going to have a unique viewpoint. You know he's going to have a unique story. It might be really long and kind of didactic, but it is what it is. Boo, boo, boo. What's with Japan and emo white-haired swordsman? Uh, I think there's a different concept of masculinity in Japan. I don't think being like super muscular and like really hairy and stuff. Like here, someone super macho is like Chuck Norris, and he's got a beard, and he's got the chest hair, he got the arm hair. He can do karate and stuff, and he's kind of more like stoic. I don't know. In Japan, I don't think that's the thing that's cool. I think it's like you said, like the sword, having long hair, because I think being bald is considered bad in Japan or like looked down upon, kind of embarrassing. But think it's cooler to have the long hair. The white, I think, is kind of maybe going towards wisdom or age or some kind of experiences that you've survived and gone through. The sword, more like precision. Like it's not necessarily that you have to have like some huge sword or some kind of like necessarily like a phallic symbol. I think it's more about skill, precision, expertise, training over a long period. Um, so yeah, I think it has something to do with a combination of age, experience. Like their conception of masculinity is more based around experience, expertise, age, and wisdom, and make more of like a not androgynous look, but a little bit more like a slender, like a sleek, like an aerodynamic, a little bit more like someone that's more about agility. Anyway, uh, what are your thoughts on an Attack on Titan game? I have seen 1 or 2 episodes. Uh, I think Attack on Titan would be more interesting as a video game than an anime. Honestly, I didn't really catch the Attack on Titan wave. I think I missed it. It happened while I was in college, though. I do remember people really enjoying Attack on Titan when I was in college, and it just completely did not hit me. I did not understand what the hype was, or why, or who cares, or I think it was kind of partially aesthetic because it's kind of tan and red and brown, and like visually it wasn't very engaging. But then I don't really get Demon Slayer, and Demon Slayer is beautiful and really engaging and gorgeous and multicolored and bright and sparkly and super visually engaging. And the movie looked great, and I fell asleep on the movie. So I don't know. I don't know. Attack on Titan and Demon Slayer are the two biggest comic books in Japanese manga, and it just they neither one of them hit me very hard. So I guess that just means I have bad taste. I think I have bad taste. So don't Orange Canard, don't even listen to what I say about anime and manga because I think I have bad taste. I don't fully understand Demon Slayer and don't really get Attack on Titan, but I love pretty much all other anime and manga. So I don't, and it's just like the exact opposite of how everybody else feels. So I think I'm weird on that one. I think there's something wrong with me a little bit. Um, boo, boo, boo. I've seen 1 or 2 episodes a while ago. Yeah, I watched 1 episode of Attack on Titan, but it never clicked. And I saw some stuff from the final season recently. I thought that was pretty cool, but it didn't really make a super hard impact. I like Jujutsu Kaisen a lot better. The emo rap era is to blame for that. Being sad is the new cool. It's pretty cringe, but girls dig it. Okay, so what is emo rap? I really don't know what emo rap is. What's an example of an emo rapper? Put a link in the chat or something to an emo rap video. I don't know any emo rap artists or songs or anything. So drop a link or something. Let me know what is emo rap. What does that sound like, or who is a major emo rapper, so I could listen to it later on. I like rap, so I'll listen to it. I like most music. Mark West, it's not the white hair that's bad. It's just a strange quirk. Yeah, you're right. It is a trope. I don't know the basis of the trope, but you're right. It is definitely a trope. I don't think it's good or bad either, but it is a trope. I was just trying to think of what the reasoning behind the trope is, what the logic is. But I mean, there's Sephiroth from Final Fantasy, Raiden. Who else has that? Um, I want to say Gin Ichimaru from Bleach. Um, there are more. There are definitely more. I don't know why I can't think of them right now. But the white-haired swordsman, Inuyasha. So yeah, there is something to the white-haired swordsman in Japan. I don't know what it means or what the history is, but it definitely is a trope. All right. Really, I think it's strange how whiny and emotional they get, like Raiden's about to cry. Oh, that's interesting. I think the emotional aspect is different. Um, like I said, I think in America it's like more the conception of masculinity is more about stoicism and holding things in and dealing with it privately and not admitting weakness. I think in the Japanese culture, the lead characters or the cool characters can't. Oh, Kakashi from Naruto is another white haired person that's like a cool, supposed to be cool. Uh, but yeah, I think it's uh just being more emotionally vulnerable and not really looking at it as a weakness, just looking at it as just okay, like it just kind of is what it is. Not really good or bad, just what you say what you think, and there's a lack of a barrier between your thoughts and your words. You just put it out there, and that transparency I think is appreciated. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'd have to think about that, but um, I, Raiden also, he went through a lot of stuff. So Raiden was, is he genetically modified? Is he even really human? He went through these VR missions, and his whole life is a simulation. So he has some stuff to cry about a little bit. I kind of understand it in his case. I don't know if everybody should be whining, but Raiden went through a lot of stuff. So I don't know. I don't know if it's fair to get on him too much. He's been going through a lot in his life. Um, Mark West, Elite Snake isn't like that. He's probably the Western idea. Yeah, exactly. I think exactly. I think you're exactly right. I think Snake is Hideo Kojima's reflection back to America, what he thinks American masculinity is. I think Hideo Kojima has studied, of course, even with the namesake Plissken, he's aware of John Carpenter. He's aware of, Escape from New York, Escape from LA. He's aware of Clint Eastwood, the man with no name, and the spaghetti Western ideal of this, guy that can pass through the super competent person that's kind of misanthropic and doesn't really like other people, but kind of keeps themselves and super capable, lone wolf, cigarette smoker. So I think is a part of that. I think you're right. I think Solid Snake is Japan's version of the ideal Western anti-hero. So yeah, I definitely can see that. I agree. He's kind of like the Japanese John Wayne. Doesn't really talk, he just kind of grunts or he just kind of rolls with it. He doesn't really get into the emotional nuances of his thoughts. Even when he gets betrayed in Metal Gear Solid 3, when he's before he becomes Big Boss, the betrayal just kind of he gets betrayed, but he doesn't really dwell on it. Just like, I was betrayed and, I'm mad and stuff, but he just goes and acts like he just goes off to Zanzibar land and does his own thing and creates his own army. But he doesn't really reflect on like, man, I was betrayed. I'm really sad about it. I'll cry. He just goes off to do his own thing. Um, Apparently Raiden was designed by a woman. So maybe that's another aspect. He's fan service for female players. Uh, I don't know. I don't really know. I know Yoji Shinkawa usually designed Metal Gear characters, so I don't know. But I'm not sure who designed Raiden because I know there was also another level of fan backlash when it seemed like it was going to be Solid Snake that you played as through the game, and then Raiden pops up and you got to deal with him, and that became a whole blah 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 blah. But yeah, I think Japanese women do go for more of a slimmer man, not like a large. Like here, women kind of go for the Rock or something like that's kind of what we get given to women here as the ideal physical ideal. And I think over there, you could be fit, but you don't have to necessarily be super muscular, ripped, big, like or really big and be. I think you could be lean and just be cut and be defined, be vascular. I don't think you have to be super just your muscles are inflated crazy like the standard, the Chris Evans of the world. That's not really what they want, or Hemsworth or whatever, whichever, pick one. It's more of like the more slender style dudes, which is interesting. Because I've heard American women say they don't really like the super big, like the rock looking dudes. Like that's not every woman's cup of tea either. Anyway, even over here, um, I never could get into that more Naruto. Yeah, Naruto. I didn't get into Naruto for a while, Dragon Ball Z for a while, or Bleach for a while. It took um actually, funny enough, it took me playing the video game. Like it took me playing the Dragon Ball Z Budokai video game to understand Dragon Ball Z storyline. Being able to play the Dragon Ball Z storyline on Dragon Ball Z Budokai on PlayStation broke down the story enough, and I saw the characters repeated their names enough on in the cutscenes that I was able to understand the dynamics. So that helped me to understand Dragon Ball. Then the Dragon Ball Budokai. No, I'm tripping. Naruto Ultimate Ninja 3. A friend of mine took my PlayStation 2 home one day and he modded it and brought it back to me so I could play Japanese games that I burned off of. Oh my goodness, how did they used to make? I used to make games with just blank DVD-Rs, burn DVDs, and then play it on my modded PlayStation. But I can't remember how you did it. But back in the day, anyway, the Japanese games were online, and he modded my PlayStation so it could play Japanese games. And I downloaded the Naruto Ultimate Ninja Japanese version because when I was in high school, Naruto Ultimate Ninja didn't come out in English yet. It eventually did get translated to English, but I played the Ultimate Ninja game, and that let me understand like the first Hokage, second Hokage, Sartobi, and it broke down more Orochimaru, and it helped me understand character names and the fighting styles, and made me kind of care more about it. Helped me to understand. Um, I enjoyed the Naruto game on PSP. Yeah, yeah. I remember that. I never had a PlayStation Portable myself, but my best friend did growing up, and I definitely used it to play some stuff. You know what I really liked? I really liked that Naruto game that came out on Xbox 360, and now I have to find what that's called because I can't remember what it is called. Naruto, maybe like Way of the Ninja Naruto Xbox 360. Yeah, Naruto Broken Bond and Naruto Rise of a Ninja. That's what it was. Those two were great. Naruto Broken Bond and Naruto Rise of a Ninja. I like how they let you do the jutsu with the controller. So it's like going up would be a hand signal, going to the sides would be a hand signal. You had to like time. I felt way more interactive to do the jutsus than just like square, triangle, circle, whatever. It felt way more engaging to do the jutsus on the Xbox 360 version of the Naruto game. But then there was a Dragon Ball Z game too that came out that was like that. What was that other Dragon Ball game that was really good? Dragon Ball. Yeah, Dragon Ball Burst Limit. Yeah, Dragon Ball Z Burst Limit. Dragon Ball Z Burst Limit and Naruto Rise of Ninja Broken Bond. Them three games, they were really good and made me feel way more like I was actually playing the anime. But those are the three that never caught on and never got sequels. Every other doggone anime world based games get like three or four or five or 10 sequels, but for whatever reason, though, I felt like those were the three best, but they never got sequels. Well, of course, Naruto had Rise of Ninja and Broken Bond, but I mean, they never made a Broken Bond style game for Baruto or for the Naruto Shippuden and other part of Naruto Part Two, the time skip part. But yeah, video games actually are what helped me to understand anime and manga at first because I couldn't read or watch anime and manga and get them at first. It was the video playing the video games helped me to understand. Or what was the other game? It was another one I downloaded. I can't remember what the world how you downloaded it, but um, It's a game that never came over here, I think, because there were some rights issues, so it never got translated to English. But it was like maybe Jump All Stars. And then when I played the Jump All Stars game, they had some Bleach characters with Naruto with Dragon Ball. So I was able to kind of see the main Bleach characters, and that helped me understand Bleach. So yeah, video games are the only way I understood. The only way I understood anime at first, and then I was able to go watch things on Adult Swim late at night. But if I hadn't been able to see the anime games first, the actual anime would have made absolutely no sense. Um, I enjoyed the Naruto. Oh yeah, well I read that. Mark was Linkin Park. They're definitely considered emo, but they kind of do some rap things. Like they got that fast talking. Mark, what's the fast talking mumbly guy from Linkin Park? That's really cool. Um, Linkin Park, they did some Transformers music. I think Linkin Park did some music with Jay Z too. I don't know if I'm the number one anti Linkin Park person actually. Um, but I don't know. I'm down with like the Avril Lavigne too. So I'm really not. I like Pink. Um, I like Gwen Stefani. I like the ska stuff, the No Doubt stuff, and the Gwen Stefani stuff. So I don't know. Maybe I'm the wrong person to really dislike Linkin Park. I can get down with Linkin Park a little bit. I'm not the number one Linkin Park, like let's rock Linkin Park all day and all night and I only listen to Linkin Park. But I can tolerate Linkin Park. I don't have a lot against them. Uh Orange Canard, Lil Peep gave birth to it. Oh, Lil Peep is the emo rap thing. Okay, so I have heard of Lil Peep. I've not listened to Lil Peep, but I have heard of this person. I will turn on Lil Peep music right now. I'm gonna listen to Lil Peep. So if you have a Lil Peep recommendation, let me know, and I'm gonna listen to it in a little bit. So yeah, Orange Canard, if you have a Lil Peep recommendation, let me know. I will not write anything off that I've not heard, so I will at least try to listen to it on time. I will not say Lil Peep is trash if I've never listened to it. And plus, it was after my time too. I think Lil Peep was more the generation under me. I never really, it didn't take off while I was in school, or I never was around other people that would have listened to it. So I don't know much. Linkin Park definitely was squarely in my generation because that came out around the Transformers and things. So I was aware of Linkin Park. They were around my age group. Uh, I forgot to mention the Halo movie. I watched it on Netflix. The Halo movie uh, with Mike Coulter. Is that the one you're talking about? The live action Halo movie? I think it was it a miniseries at first or something online, and then it became a actual Halo thing. I don't remember. Um, I think I know what you're talking about, but I haven't seen anything. I saw a cool Halo commercial. I think it was Neil Blomkamp that directed this old, like it was a night vision Halo commercial. But no, I never saw the Halo movie on Netflix. Was it good? I I'm not gonna lie. I've been slacking off on my Netflix. HBO Max is the best streaming service to me. I'm not being paid by HBO Max. I don't get paid or have any endorsement connections to HBO Max or Warner Brothers or anything. But honestly, HBO Max is the best streaming service because with HBO Max, you get a ton of anime, you get a ton of classic movies, you get a ton of Criterion movies, Turner Classic movies. I love all forms of film, so I feel like HBO Max, you get all the Studio Ghibli, Hayao Miyazaki anime stuff too, plus Jujutsu Kaisen, God of High School. Plus, you get all the new HBO stuff. Like I think the New Mutants was on there. Um, of course, you get all the Justice League, Zack Snyder stuff, Man of Steel, Wonder Woman, all the You get the Dark Knight, Dark Knight Rises, Batman Begins, all the Lego Batmans, all the DC animated stuff, Batman Bad Blood, Dark Knight Part One, Dark Knight Part Two, Batman Hush. So I don't know. Honestly, HBO Max is kind of hard to beat for me. For me, I feel like I get the most bang for my buck out of HBO Max. Maybe that's not for everybody. Plus, they let all of the Mortal Kombat, Godzilla versus Kong, Suicide Squad, everything came out for free. So I don't know. For right now, I love HBO Max. I haven't been on Netflix in a while. I still have my subscription because T-Mobile pays for your Netflix subscription, and I have T-Mobile phone service. So I have Netflix. I have not used it in quite a while. Trying to think of what the last thing I really saw on Netflix really was. Dang, what was the last thing I really watched on Netflix? Maybe Heat with Robert De Niro and Al Pacino earlier this year, a while ago. I don't know. I'll have to think. What the heck did I? No, that's a lie. Gunpowder Milkshake. I watched Gunpowder Milkshake. I just watched that with Karen Gillan. That was good. Gunpowder Milkshake was very good. Some pacing little issues, but the action scenes were good. Karen Gillan was good. She did some really good fighting in that movie. That was a very solid action movie. Mark West. I heard a story that someone working on Metal Gear Solid 2 thought Snake was ugly, so she designed Raiden as her idea of what an attractive man is. I don't know. I'm gonna look it up. Who designed Raiden? Raiden Metal Gear. It looked like it says Yoji Shinkawa designed him too. But Raiden Kojima history. Kojima wanted the audience to see Snake from a different point of view. His inclusion was kept secret despite some player reactions to stuff like the character. To appeal to fans who initially disliked him, he was redesigned for Metal Gear Solid 4. He was redesigned again for Metal Gear Solid Rising and the reboot Metal Gear Solid Rising Revengeance. Let's see. According to the creator, the idea of having a second main character was inspired by Sherlock Holmes, where the narrator is Dr. Watson and not Sherlock Holmes. Okay, but the assistant director, Yoshikazu Matsuhana, was uncertain about it and thought Raiden was a weak-looking character. Okay, so yeah, I guess, yeah. So not everybody there. Okay, hold on. Mark, you are correct. Kojima received fan mail. One letter from a girl stated she did not want to play a game with an old man. Kojima took this into consideration. He and his team designed Raiden to be more appealing to women. Yoji Shinkawa took inspiration from the Bishonen, so the shoujo archetypes. Okay. So yes, pretty much you were right. So I think you're right. I'm pretty sure that Raiden was designed to be more appealing to women. From what I just read, it looks like the typical the Metal Gear Solid character designer, the lead character designer, did have a hand in creating Raiden, but they looked at shoujo and they looked at the stereotypically attractive Japanese male when they were designing Raiden. So yes, you are at least half right. He was designed for a female, for the female gaze, at least to some degree. Yeah, so different beauty standards. Yeah, exactly. So what you said, different beauty standards over there. Exactly. So they go to a different beauty standard. Kind of like what you were saying, it goes along with the idea of masculinity being different. Yeah, exactly. It was just a different kind of masculinity. And it looks like it was also this desire to see Solid Snake from a different angle, like with more reverence. Like from what the example was saying, Hideo Kojima was looking at the Sherlock Holmes Watson dichotomy, which makes sense when you look at the perspective shift and how he does have a reverence for Snake and he's kind of in awe of him. And you're kind of always in his shadow throughout the game. Orange Canard, OG gamer. Oh, you're an OG gamer. What's the oldest? What's the oldest system you played, or did you play like some really old PC stuff? You consider yourself an OG? Okay, Orange Canard. What's your OG game? What's your classic game of choice? Um, I only know about back to Sega Genesis. I don't know anything before Sega Genesis. I never played it myself. I saw people play Nintendo, the original, like the Mario, the I guess it's Famicom in Japan. Um, but yeah, if you're an OG, what's your OG game that you go back to? On Sega Genesis, what's the game I really get into on Sega? On Sega Genesis, I get down with the Sonic the Hedgehog, Sonic 2. I enjoyed Maximum Carnage. Man, that Spider-Man Maximum Carnage is so freaking hard. My goodness, the game is hard on Sega Genesis. I really like the Power Rangers movie game, not the regular Power Rangers game, because they have a Power Rangers game on Sega Genesis. That game is all right, but the Power Rangers movie game, that was amazing. Me and my brother stayed up just straight and just beat it. No breaks. We just had to set the controller down. Couldn't take any pauses. Well, I mean, we physically paused it, but we couldn't take any breaks to turn it off, turn it back on. Like we had to keep the system on to beat the whole Power Rangers game with the little Ivan Oozes and everything. That was an exciting time. That was a very exciting two-player experience for me to play that Power Rangers movie game. Man, that was a nail biter. That was really it's probably the most suspenseful experience I've ever had with a game. If I were to go back, look at some OG stuff. So yeah, let me know, Orange Chanel, what's your OG game, or what's the oldest console you played, or oldest PC game if you stuck to PC this whole time. The oldest PC game I would say is probably like the first Sims game that I was aware of on PC, or back when CartoonNetwork.com was really super popping. I used to play all the CartoonNetwork.com games. I want to say there was a Dexter's Lab one and a Samurai Jack, like a side-scrolling Samurai Jack game I used to play. I love Dragon Ball. I am very uneducated on it, but I enjoy Battle of Gods. Oh yeah, Dragon Ball Battle of Gods was very good. It's okay to be uneducated. You don't have to have a PhD in Dragon Ball Z and Akira Toriyamaology and all this stuff to enjoy it. Dragon Ball is just cool. The people start screaming really loud, and then their hair turns colors, and then they shoot more beams, and then they do more of the martial arts, and then they scream again, change colors again, or maybe they grow, or maybe they shrink, or whatever. They mix together and make two people into one person, or whatever. But that's Dragon Ball's. That's the thing. There's not a lot to know about Dragon Ball because it's very formulaic. Dragon Ball is not deep, and there's nothing going on. Dragon Ball, Goku fights somebody, gets beat up, then he powers up, beats that person. Typically, the person he's fighting will also power up and change. He'll power up and change, and then they blah blah blah, and they go back and forth until Goku wins. So it's really not that crazy. There's nothing really to wrap your head around too much. It's not really much to get educated on. Just Dragon Ball is just fun, just a cool little action series, martial arts series. Originally, I believe it was based on Jackie Chan to some degree, and then it kind of went away from Jackie Chan at one point because the comedy elements were not what readers liked. They liked the action elements of Dragon Ball, apparently, when I went back and read the history. Orange Canard, Lil Peep, White Wine is a good example. Okay, Lil Peep, White Wine. White Wine. White Wine. White. Little Tracy. Little Tracy's terrible. I have heard Little Tracy. He's terrible. But I'm still going to watch that. All right. There are many different styles of emo rap. Lil Peep is the main dude. Halo movies called Forward Until Dawn. Halo movie Forward Until Dawn. Halo Forward Until Dawn. Yeah, it was a web series. Okay, but not what I was thinking of. This is a Halo 4 thing. But see, I never played Halo 4, so that also is against me too. So that's my fault for not really knowing anything about Halo 4. I don't really know. I don't really know what's going on with it. Oh, it's on YouTube, I guess, or it was on YouTube. Let's see. Halo, Halo forward. Oh, what? Confused. Oh, here it is. Let's see what this is about. Oh, the other one I was talking about was Nightfall. That was Mike Coulter's movie. Okay, what is this? Huh. Let's see. This is cool. And they have some Master Chief in it too. Huh. Um, I just watched a little bit of Fort until Dawn. It looks pretty good. On Shenard, to answer your question, especially looks like they said the budget was only 10 million bucks. And they had like a month to shoot it. So it's pretty cool considering everything that it took to get it out. It's pretty nice, pretty slick looking. Master Chief looked pretty good. I like the fact that Master Chief is practically there. It looked like a lot of CGI was used. Um, a little bit of the lighting made it look a little bit lower budget, but then that might have been a constraint that they couldn't get the real cinematography to kind of darken it up a little bit, make it a little bit more gritty. But overall, I liked it. It looked really great, really tactile. The color scheme was very Halo, the greens, the olives, the drab. It had the Halo texture to it for sure. Um, Mark West, don't know how I'd feel about supporting Netflix these days. You can't really forget something like cuties. I don't think I understood the cuties controversy really. I don't think, I feel like that was some kind of a misunderstanding there. I don't think Netflix was necessarily trying to sexualize children with the cuties thing, if I'm understanding it correctly, because I might be understanding what the beef, what the conflict was. Because I was under the impression the film itself was criticizing the sexualization of young girls and women and beauty pageants being dehumanizing for young girls and women. So I feel like cuties is on the side of the people that are offended by cuties, but for whatever reason, there was some kind of strange miscommunication there. I believe it was like one of the posters was like weird or sexualized or something. But then I think that was the point, that the poster was supposed to be bad. Like the poster was inappropriate because the movie is criticizing the behavior that the poster is showing. So I think it was a satire that was taken the wrong way. But I could be wrong. And also, I think the film is foreign, so I think the satire around the concept is more acceptable in foreign countries. Here, I don't think we accept any kind of, like, even if I'm trying to be funny or if I'm trying to deconstruct the concept of beauty pageants or the concept of putting women in these situations and that girls should be allowed to be kids and not be put in these pageants and stuff. I think even confronting it is easily misconstrued. So I don't know. I think that, again, I feel like the cuties thing, there was kind of a lack of nuance there. I don't know if Netflix communicated properly or if the people behind the movie communicated properly. And then I don't know if people understood what they were going for either. I don't know. The cuties thing I got kind of confused by. I didn't know what was going on with the cuties deal. I never sat down and tried to either watch the movie or understand what the whole big kerfuffle was about the cutie stuff. But I mean, even aside from the cuties thing, there's nothing really on Netflix that I feel like I just have to watch. Um, so I don't know. I guess that's kind of the worst punishment to Netflix. They just kind of naturally fade away, and Disney Plus continues to take all their subscribers. I don't know. Orange Canard, now I was saying you OG gamer because you said you copy games to blame this. Oh yeah. I guess that does make me an OG. I don't know. But it wasn't. I mean, I wasn't bootlegging the games. If it was a game available to get in America, I just went to Blockbuster and got the game because there was no need to really bootleg a game because I could walk to Blockbuster and it was maybe I don't know how far is Blockbuster from my house, 3 or 4 miles maybe. So it wasn't that hard for me and my brother just to walk to a Blockbuster, rent a game for a week and play it, and then if it was good, save money back and buy it after a few months or something. So it wasn't the end of the world. There was no reason to really bootleg American games. We had the bootleg Japanese games that we couldn't like either you couldn't buy the game or your PlayStation was locked. And if you bought the game and had it imported, your PlayStation was region locked. So those were the games that we got the DVD-Rs for. Because you couldn't get the DVD rewritable ones. They had to only be the DVD-R. If you got the ones that were rewritable, it would not work. Anyway, that's a weird extra tidbit for those that still use PlayStation, still use torrents, and still download foreign games to play on modded PlayStation 2s, which is probably nobody anymore. But yeah, I had to do it. So I appreciate you calling me OG. I had to play the anime games. It was so serious. You don't understand. I want to say I even paid the kids some money, like 20 or 30 bucks. I don't know. I feel like I paid him to mod my stuff. So definitely, um, definitely super important for me. I had to get it modded. That was like 10th or 11th grade. I can't remember. Maybe even ninth grade, ninth or 10th grade, somewhere in high school. Definitely had to happen. Needed it. It was very urgent. Mark West. Those were the days. Nowadays, it's easier to just have a spare drive for storage and try to keep track of all those discs when everything's digital. Yeah, I mean, yes and no. Yes, it's easier to keep track of certain things when it's all on a drive, but I like having the physical, or A, I just like having the physical artifact. B, I feel like if we were in a situation like back in time, if we were to take Star Wars and say the original Star Wars came out today, the 1977 Star Wars came out today, then after a while, and I just have it, I just bought it. So I bought the original Star Wars. Then, after a few years, George Lucas takes that version now, it's no longer available. He updates it and puts the new CGI in it, adds in the new scenes, puts the Jabba the Hutt stuff in, and modifies Han Solo and Greedo. Like if if I leave it only digital, then certain things can be taken away or locked or whatever. Where if I have a physical copy, I'll always have a way to access it as long as I don't lose the disc, like you were saying. But if you can't keep track of discs, it doesn't matter. If you can't keep track of the VHSs, because I keep VHSs too. I guess I am an OG. Orange Canal, you're right. I am an OG. I have a lot of VHS tapes too. I have the Alien trilogy on VHS, People Under the Stairs on VHS, Psycho. What else do I have on VHS? I have a lot of VHS tapes. Uh, what else do I keep on VHS? I have some stuff. I have the Star Wars trilogy on VHS. What else do I have? I have some stuff. I'd have to think about it. What else do I? Maybe Good Burger. I don't know. I have some stuff on VHS though. So yes, I accept the OG status. I am an OG. I have a lot of old grandpa technology. Have a lot of old grandpa attitudes. Yes, I'm an old grandpa. I accept that. I appreciate it's a compliment. Thank you. Um, Orange Canal. I did play the first PlayStation. I remember playing tons of games on one disc, like a party pack. Yeah, I used to play the demo disc that had a lot of things on one disc. Definitely. I definitely played the demo disc that had little taste, little samples of everything. And I used to get the little the PlayStation magazines that had the demo disc. So yeah, definitely remember the Sly Cooper, the Jack and Daxter stuff, War of the Monsters had a demo. Yeah, I definitely remember a lot of the jam packs. I had a good experience with the James. Yeah, the James Bond games were good. Was that Night James Bond Nightfire that was really good? There was a good first person James Bond, and there was a really good third person James Bond with Daniel Craig that I feel like never caught on that only I liked. I promise I was the only person that liked it. I don't remember what game that was, but there was a I want to say it was on maybe on Xbox 360. It was a James Bond. Let me see, James Bond. Was that Bloodstone? I don't know what is that game called. I feel like there was a James Bond game. Um, when did it come out? I don't know. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure there was a James Bond game that came out on Xbox 360. I was the only human being in the world that liked it, and yeah, that was that. I like a lot of games nobody else likes though. I like the Bayonetta games. I liked War of the Monsters. What's some other stuff I like? Beautiful Joe, God Hand. What are some? I liked a lot of video games that nobody really cared about. Um, man, I liked a lot of stuff. I'm trying to think of what else. I don't know. Weird stuff that nobody else cares about. The Dynasty Warriors games. I like the Dynasty Warriors games. NBA Street. Uh, I don't know. I'm starting to forget. I just haven't played a lot of the old video games in a while. Um, yes, for sure, worth a watch. Yes, I'm not sure what was worth a watch because I forgot what we were talking about when you typed that. But yes, People Under the Stairs is worth a watch. Psycho is worth a watch. What else is worth a watch? People Under the Stairs. More people need to know about People Under the Stairs. I feel like that doesn't get enough attention, and it's a very good horror movie. Um, Han Solo shot first. Yes. Um, Han Solo shot. I feel like that's okay. It's not a value judgment. It's a part of just who he is. Um, Welcome to Good Burger, Home of Good. Oh, hi, Mark. Yep, Good Burger is quite, and that's my son's favorite movie too. So the Good Burger love is very strong in our household. Good Burger is a classic, starring Keenan Thompson, the legendary longest running Saturday Night Live cast member. So he went on to do great things. I like Good Burger. I watch it probably like once a week because, like I said, it's my son's favorite movie. Um, what are your thoughts on the old game servers going down? I will be sad. Oh, what? I didn't even realize they were doing that. That's terrible. That's unfortunate. But I mean, I guess there's not unlimited server space to let everybody play every game infinitely, especially as they get older. But yeah, well, Grand Theft Auto 5 server will never go away. That makes, I want to say, Take Two said it makes them $1 billion a year or something crazy. So don't worry if you're getting kicked off Grand Theft Auto 4, Grand Theft Auto 5 is there to welcome you with open arms. Rockstar would love for you to go over to Grand Theft Auto 5. They will never shut that down. Don't ever worry about that. You are good to go with Grand Theft Auto. You can still get it. Um, but yeah, I think it is lame when they take the servers down because a lot of times people still like playing stuff. I know my brother was playing The Last of Us for a long time on multiplayer. Uncharted 3, I know he was playing for a long time until they shut it down. But yeah, I mean, I understand because what can you do? Oh, okay. Oh, that's the other thing. I like Dead Space. So I like Dead Space. I like Dante's Inferno. I liked a lot of games that nobody ever really was. They were just like, okay, whatever. Dead Space, cool. Dante's Inferno, fine. What or Dragon Age 2. Like I get very emotional about Dragon Age 2. That was the most amazing fantasy game to me. I love Dragon Age 2. And I love the art style, everything, the combat. And I think it went totally over everybody's head. Nobody ever stopped to pause and think about Dragon Age 2 for even a moment in the world. Nobody cared. It made no difference to anybody. Um, any sports games? I'm in Canada, so I was around a lot growing up. I played some of the classic NHL. I don't even bother trying to play the new games. Yeah, I played some sports games. I never played NHL because I'm in Texas, so I think NHL never really caught on this far south. Um, but I definitely have played some Madden, of course, NFL Street. NBA Street is how I even learned to care about basketball. So I definitely played the NBA Street games, a little bit of 2K, a little bit of NBA Live, but then I circled back after I played NBA Live, circled back over to NBA 2K and played that quite a bit in my high school days. Um, uh, yeah, and sports games, you're right. Sports games are definitely a task these days. Sports games are way too labor intensive. It's way too much with sports games right now. They just take up way too much time and they're too difficult. It's like, oh, your character's thirsty, your character's fatigued. They need to sit down. You need to blah, 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 shoot from this side, hold the button down this long. You have to reflect how they shoot, their posture, and get from the right angle. Yeah, no, it's too much. It's way overdone. It's way too much simulation. It gets way too hectic. It's never just about the fun of enjoying the sport being reenacted on screen anymore. It's like you have to live there exact. Like, oh, what lawyer do you sign up with? Oh, okay, well, what pen do you use to sign the contract? It's like, what? This does not have anything to do with the sport I want to play. We're way into the weeds. Mark was GTA 4 such a classic. Yes, Nico Bellic. Yeah, I love Grand Theft Auto 4. I like all the Grand Theft Autos. Every Grand Theft Auto is a classic. Going back to 3, because I never played Grand Theft Auto 1 or 2. I don't even think I've met anyone that's played Grand Theft Auto 1 or 2. I really don't know anything about Grand Theft Auto 1 or 2, but 3 was great. Vice City was great. Um, Vice City might be my favorite. Um, San Andreas was cool. San Andreas has some interesting mechanics. I would hope they bring back at some point. Yeah, San Andreas was cool. I like the True Crime Streets of New York game and Streets of LA. I like both of those games too. Um, Grand Theft Auto was what was that? San Andreas 4 was good. Grand Theft Auto 5 was good. I really like the Ballad of Gay Tony. Man, Grand Theft Auto Ballad of Gay Tony, man, that was a game. That's the best Grand Theft Auto game to me. The Gay Tony expansion was great. I thought the writing was great, the humor was great, the action scenes were really good. Man, Ballad of Gay Tony, that was a great game. I wonder if they even put that on PlayStation 4. I want to go find that now. Man, I haven't even thought about how much I liked that game recently. Grand Theft. Can I play it though? Is it available? Only on Xbox One, but I want to play it on PlayStation 4. I don't know. Whatever. I love Gay Tony. I don't care. Even if I have to just go play it on Xbox One, I will just suck it up and play it on Xbox One, I guess. Um, GTA 4 is such a classic. At my school and probably every other, you were either yeah, definitely. Yeah. Grand Theft Auto 4 and Modern Warfare 2. Yeah, those are definitely the two biggest games of my era. So I guess you're around my age too then, because I those were definitely the big games of my time on Grand Theft Auto 4 and Modern Warfare 2. I never got into first person shooters really heavily, but I definitely remember Modern Warfare catching on. I never bought it myself. I played it when other people had it, but um, yeah, Modern Warfare 2 was, man, changed the game. Modern Warfare changed everything. It literally changed video games forever. Modern Warfare changed the trajectory of the whole video game world. First person shooters give me a headache, so I can't really play them that long. They make me feel dizzy, but I can still appreciate it. People make a lot of money playing it professionally, so can't really say it's bad. It's cool. I guess badass Russians were trending games. Yeah, a little bit. Games definitely. I don't know what it is about video games, but it seems like everybody does coalesce around one thing, like the Assassin's Creed, the Two Human, Mass Effect. Like everybody want to have a big epic trilogy all at the same time. Even though Two Human never came out barely with the first game. Mass Effect was trash by the time they got to three. Assassin's Creed one was pretty lame, but then it consistently kind of evolved and got better. So yeah, it does seem like everybody kind of hops on trends all at the same time. Um, True Crime Streets of LA kicked. Yeah, it definitely. True Crime Streets of LA was great. True Crime Streets of LA was great. Rise to Honor, Jet Li's game, Rise to Honor was really good. Chow Yun Fat's game, that hard boiled Stranglehold, John Woo Stranglehold, that was really good. There were a lot of games kind of down that vein, more experimental games that they don't. 50 Cent Bulletproof was good, kind of in that same style of play. There's some big name actors. Yeah, I want to say Snoop Dogg was in True Crime, and maybe Mark Dacascos. I don't know. I know Snoop Dogg was in it. I can't remember the other people, but yes, definitely did have actors in it. Orange Canal. I even dabbled into the Latino GTA game. Total Overdose. The Latino GTA game. Which GTA game was the Latino GTA? Which one was the Latino GTA? I don't think I know which one that is. Orange Canal. Let me know. I'm not sure if I remember. And you never told me what your favorite games were either. Y'all didn't say what y'all's games of choice used to be back in the day. What are y'all, Mark, Orange, Canard? What were y'all's big games? What did y'all used to enjoy? I mean, of course, besides Grand Theft Auto 4 and Modern Warfare, what games did y'all like to get into? What are y'all's OG games? Oh, wait, the game was called Total Overdose. Hold up. Did I play this? Total Overdose. Oh, I sure did play this. This was kind of like um Just Cause. Did y'all get down with Just Cause? I like Just Cause. I think they still even make new Just Causes. I want them to make a game that's like Just Cause and Saints Row together. I think that might be too crazy for one video game though, but like Just Cause and Saints Row and Agents of Mayhem kind of like mixed where you could pick different type of character and then drop it off into this free roam. Anyway, yeah. I forgot about Total Overdose because I think they even said they were thinking about like Robert Rodriguez when they were making that. Trying to create like a Once Upon a Time in Mexico type vibe game. Yeah, I remember Total Overdose. Yeah, your grandma's probably right to take away Total Overdose because if I remember correctly, that game was not right. Yeah, my parents, I don't know why my dad bought me the Mark of Cree when it first came out because I was way too young to play the Mark of Cree. But for whatever reason, he bought it for me. It was good. I wasn't traumatized by it, but it was definitely really violent. I just liked the stealth mechanics of it. I was playing. I don't know if Splinter Cell was out by then, but I enjoyed Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell too. But yeah, Marker Creed was crazy, and I still love that. That's definitely my top 10 games. Was Splinter Cell, Conviction, and something else I can't think of off the top of my head. Yeah, but it was good. And that makes me think about Gun. Gun was a pretty good game too. And what was another one? Fart. Can't remember. I like Manhunt. That was a cool game on PlayStation 2. I didn't beat it until it came out on PlayStation 4 though. Boop, boop, boop. Narc was back in that era my favorite game on 360. Yeah, Red Dead Redemption was good. The original spaghetti western. Yeah, yeah. No, you're right. It doesn't. It's not quite the same. Well, it's not the same as when you first. Red Dead Redemption is bringing you to a different world, different gameplay style. You're in this realistic Western world. It's a different environment. It's so original. Once you go back the second time for Red Dead Redemption 2, it doesn't mean the same thing because you experienced it already. My favorite would be Fallout New Vegas. I remember getting really into it. It was the most time I spent playing a game. Dang, wow. And I really enjoyed Fallout 3, but then New Vegas came out and I still never really sat down with it, even though I was aware of it and I really enjoyed Fallout 3. For some reason, I never got down with Fallout New Vegas. But then one of my best friends said he really loves New Vegas too, and it's still. He told me recently he really loved it. I don't know how we got in the conversation, but back at the time, we never really talked about New Vegas or each other. So, mhm. But yeah, I definitely have heard people say they like it. So I'm gonna have to look into it. Um, New Vegas was underrated in its time. Oh, Mark, you know about New Vegas too? Yep. Okay. See, y'all got New Vegas in common. Look at that. Um, Here we go. See, I'm building new friendships. Now y'all can be Fallout New Vegas buddies. Y'all can reminisce on the good old days of the Fallout expansions together. Um, but yeah, I didn't get into it, but I definitely liked the aesthetic and I appreciated shifting over to Las Vegas. I mean, I liked Army of the Dead for that reason. I don't think Army of the Dead was a very good movie, but it was cool that they brought the zombies to Las Vegas and kind of created a scenario kind of like Zombieland, but a little bit more intimate, spending more time in one location, trying to really enjoy the different kinds of geography, different kind of textures, different kind of lighting that you can achieve by shooting and putting actors all throughout Las Vegas, and the type of action set pieces you can create in casinos. That was cool. I thought it was cool. And I'm not even a big Zack Snyder fan, but thought that was a very creative idea. Interesting to put zombies into a casino. That doesn't happen very often. Um, so Zack Snyder is not the number one greatest director in my book, but come out with some very creative ideas. Sucker Punch was interesting. I never really got into it, but it was interesting. Um, Brought us Emily Browning, though. Man, Emily Browning. I don't even know whatever happened to her in the world. She kind of fell off, but she was a great actress. I don't know what happened. So yeah, Sucker Punch has some cool ideas and some really nice cinematography, some really great visuals. Um, but yeah, Zack Snyder never did to me. Did it for me, to me, with me, whatever. Zack Snyder's all right. He needs somebody else to come write his stories. Because if he's not writing, he has no input on the script, turns out better. Like when James Gunn wrote him the Dawn of the Dead movie, the remake. So yeah, there's that too. Uh, Anyway, I don't know. What y'all want to talk about? Is there anything else I want to talk about? I've been streaming for a while. I can't think of anything else. Anything controversial y'all want to talk about? Something happened that was hot button. Did y'all watch the What If episode 3? I thought it was all right, but for whatever reason, the reviews online have been saying it's the worst What If of the three. And I feel like the What If episode 2 is the worst thing I've ever seen ever related to comic books. It's What If episode 2 is the worst comic book adaptation of any storyline of anything ever, or the worst use of comic book characters outside of the comic book medium. Um, that was just no good. That was really really trash. Um, that What If episode 2 was really really bad. The Nirvana thing. Oh yeah, with the little kid suing, or I guess he's an adult now. Um, yeah, but I mean, from the way he described it, it seems like they knew they were wrong at the time, and they just kind of ignore. I mean, they set themselves up by not making the family sign some kind of non-disclosure or waiver for liability or something. if they never had the family sign anything and they just took a picture of the little kid and gave the family $200 and then went on to use it for different commercial purposes, yeah, they may have. If it's just a word of friends, yeah, unless there's a contract somewhere where it's written down that they agreed to using, they gave permission to use the child's likeness for blah 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 and in perpetuity, and there's no loophole within what was signed that would stop an adult version of the kid in the picture from coming back in and reasserting agency and terminating the contract validity. I don't know. That was kind of weird. I'm surprised that the people that took the photograph and then went ahead and made it into an album didn't see there could potentially be a blowback there. So I don't know why they put themselves in a situation, or why they didn't just draw a kid in a pool, or use photographs of kids in pools as reference to create a drawing of a fictional person, so they could just you get the same effect and then never have to worry about a lawsuit. Especially not 30 years later. Oh, I'm gonna listen to this Lil Peep. I forgot to listen to it. Here we go. Boom. Lil Peep, White Wine. It has 70 million views, and it came out. Oh, it came out in 2016. Yeah, I was not on the internet in 2016. Not even close. So yeah, I definitely missed anything that happened in 2016 in the music world. Um, so this is like what is Homeboy's name? Foreign rapper. Um, what is the man's name? I want to say he's from like Sweden or something. What is that man's name? The Swedish rapper. It sounds like that a little bit. Young Lean. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Young Lean. This gives me the Young Lean type of. Yeah, this reminds me of Young Lean. It's giving me a Young Lean vibe. Huh. Cool. Um. Hey, Jeff joined in. What's going on? Jeff, how you been doing? Did you stop by yesterday too? I don't think you were in my chat yesterday. How you been doing? Now we gotta catch up. I feel like maybe I might have been streaming too early yesterday, so I might have missed you yesterday. But yeah, what's been going on? Did you watch the What If, the episode 3 for What If? I got a new subscriber too. Jeff, I don't know if you met my new subscriber. Mark, meet Jeff. Jeff, meet Mark. Jeff, for a long time, it was just you and Orange Shannara. Now I got Jeff Hill, Orange Shannara, and Mark West. Yeah, I got 3 people in the chat at the same time. I feel like I'm moving up in the world. But yeah, I got a new subscriber. I feel like a big deal. Um, okay, and you're saying New Vegas was the greatest Fallout game. All right. So my goodness. New Vegas was way better than Fallout 3 even. My word. Okay, so New Vegas is the greatest Fallout game and way better Fallout. And I really like Fallout 3. Okay, so guess it goes to show what I know. I thought Fallout 3 was pretty good. I guess I have to find New Vegas. I think my brother has New Vegas somewhere. I might have to ask him if I can just use it and see what's going on, because you're saying New Vegas was great. Mark was saying New Vegas is great. Orange Canard said New Vegas is great. And that's 3 random people from across the whole internet. So I think if the internet, people from all around the world, all can agree Fallout New Vegas was really good, it must be worth my time. So I'm going to have to track down a copy somewhere and find a video game system to play it on and go ahead and jump on in that one and quit missing out. Boo Boo, Orange Sonora, yeah, Young Lean start everything. I didn't know Young Lean started everything. I liked something Young Lean did back in the day. I heard some Young Lean music. Feel like I liked it. Young Lean's in a group called Drain Gang. I had no idea Young Lean was in a group. I definitely didn't know Young Lean was in a group called Drain Gang. Not even sure if I want to know why it's called Drain Gang. That sounds a little sus. Orange Canard, what's good, Jeff Hill? Yeah, okay, yeah. Jeff, what's going on? I guess I did miss you yesterday. So how's life been treating you? What's been going on? Yeah, let me know if y'all watched the What If episode, because it was a very strange episode. Strange in a good way, unlike this last What If episode 2 was strange in a terrible way. That was no good. My word, that was really bad. But yeah, I like Young Lean. I mean, I think Young Lean is better than the White Wine stuff I was listening to, but the Lil Peep music was a little dark. It was more emo than I thought it would be. I know you said Lil Peep was emo rap, but it was definitely more emo and less rap. Like it was 70% emo, 30% rap, which I thought it'd be like a 50-50. Because I feel like maybe someone like Triple X Tentacion is like 55% emo, 60% emo, 40% rap. So I thought it would be in the 50 to 60% range of emo, but that the Little People was very thick with the emo, definitely. Yeah. So Jeff, what's been going on? Let me know what you got going on. Or if you were just stopping by the chat to say hi. Because I didn't trying to think of what I was trying to talk about anyway. I keep saying I'm going to review these comic books. Oh, or Chinar, I posted some comic book reviews. So there you go. I did put up some pre-recorded videos for you. So I listened. You said make some pre-recorded videos. Boom. I went to the comic book shop and then I reviewed some stuff that I saw at the comic book shop. I guess I should do some pre-recorded video game stuff though, like you said, because you definitely did say I needed to get on that to make something happen. So yeah, I will have to go deal with that too. I'll have to go make. I don't know if I'll be able to make a pre-recorded video game one. I don't know. I have to think about it. I'm trying to think of what topic I would even talk about related to video games, though. Really, that's probably the biggest thing. I don't know. Their music is amazing. I don't really listen to the LGBTQ guy in that group, but he's good too. I'm also listening to their producer, White Armor. Huh. White Armor. I'll look up White Armor next as well. I don't know who that is. I didn't know there were any LGBTQ Swedish rappers either. So this is all news to me. Sounds interesting though. See what's going on with that. White Armor. And then what song was this? You said White Armor. Check out Velo Vildu. Okay. I'll do that too. Went over here and boom. See what this is about. Yeah, I can already tell I'm gonna like this. This looks good. Mm-hmm. Kind of giving me the little ambient music vibe. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, this is good. I don't what genre of music would you call this? The Villo Vildu Veta. This is really good. I don't know what kind of I don't know if it's ambient or what you would call this alternative or I don't know. I looked that up. That was good. That was really good. Um I've been busy with the Gmod project, so I've not had time to do a video yet. Drain music. What is okay? What is drain music? What genre is drain music? I've never heard of drain music. What does drain mean? Like, is it replicating drain sounds? Why is it drain music? What does drain music mean? People call us drainers. Okay, I don't know. Sounds good to me. I don't know if I don't know what drain means or why you're a drainer, but music sounded good. It was cool to me. Um, Seems like a more extreme version of maybe like Arca or No Such Thing. I don't know, but yeah, it sounded good. That was cool. I have no clue is what I learned in the comment section. Yeah, the comment section teaches me things too. I learn a lot in the comment section of videos. I'm not gonna lie. The comment section of videos has taught me a lot in my life. Um, I'm definitely with you on that one. But yeah, don't forget to make your video, man. I know you said you were busy with the mob, but you gotta try. You gotta get out there, make your video. Uh, uh, I didn't know if anyone was gonna watch these little videos. I mean, people always say like, "Oh yeah, I'll watch your little video, whatever, blah blah blah." But there's really no guarantee once you make a video, will people care? What's what's the purpose or what's why? Mm, But yeah, all right. Well, I don't know what y'all want to talk about. Anybody want to say anything in the chat or come up with a topic or I don't really know of anything else to really hop into right now. I'm about to call it a night. I guess Orange Canard. What's a good White Armor song? Because you didn't really give me a name of a White Armor song though. But put a White Armor song in the chat. I like the little other like the Drain stuff you showed me, but yeah, if a New Dawn. Okay, a New Dawn. Hey, okay, boom. This White Armor sounds really good. White Armor sounds great. And this is the White Armor stuff. Is that Drain music too? That sounds way better than the other one. I like the other one too. But why is White Armor Drain music Orange Sonata? That sounds good. Almost like an Adult Swim commercial. Do they have Adult Swim in Canada? Is it called the same thing? Does it mean something else? Is there an Adult Swim cartoon situation? Wow, that's from 2013. That's pretty amazing. If that's from 2013, that could still go now for sure. Oh, it's OG Drain. That sounds better than the new Drain music. Then, if that's the OG Drain music, that sounds really good. That was pretty great. Yeah, that White Armor music is really good. There's a little bit more complexity to the music than the Ville du Veta, but that was good too. It was more ambient. It wasn't quite trying to do the same thing, almost like Beck, but no percussion. Anyway, sounded good, pretty nice. But the White Armor was, I think the White Armor music was pretty good. The OG Drain music, that was great. Does that mean the same thing? I hope I didn't insult you in Canadian. I meant to say it's good. I don't know. I don't even know if this means the same thing in Canada, but it's good. I was just saying that I liked it. It was very good. The White Armor music was great. So I guess before I offend any more countries, I'm gonna call it a night. If anybody else wants to chat or something, or you have a topic you want me to talk about, just like the video and put a comment down if you want to just comment on anything we talked about today. But yeah, other than that, everybody have a good night. Thank y'all for coming to listen to me. Jeff, I appreciate you stopping by. I guess you just kind of in and out tonight, but hopefully I'll hear back from you later on. Appreciate y'all. Take care. Oh, yeah, I did see the new show, the All Stars show. Yeah. I don't know what, but I know Robert Meyer Burnett. I know he's doing trying to get his movie ready to get distributed too, go to theaters. But anyway, all right, y'all. Y'all have a good night, and I'll catch y'all later.